And there's the showdown. Team Kaliber on your left, Strictly Business on your right. And Matt, I think SB is one of the real stories of this tournament. No one saw them coming out of their pool. And in fact, they came out with that #1 spot in Pool D after a rough Friday. They really turned up yesterday.
Yeah, you know, they're a great story in this event. So they've been a team that's been together for a while, Puckett, but we haven't seen them at a LAN event in a pretty long time. Weren't at the last UMG, haven't been at an MLG since, I believe, Anaheim. So this team, they've been together for a while, haven't really seen them too much, but they put a ton of work in online, and Sin has been one of the standout players for me from them this event. I mean, he's definitely going to be a star soon.
And Matt, it looks like you may be driving here for this first one. There we go. I'm in. Let's get it going. Waiting on just one player. Now, Sin looks really good. He's been one of their most consistent players. But when it comes to S&D, I have been amazed by what Twiz and Fizzerp have been able to do. Fizzerp has not dropped less than double digits on our main stage in Search.
I mean, Fizzerp with that cloak and smoke, man. I mean, he throws down those smokes, usually with, an LMG with a thermal, some cloak action. I mean, it's fun to watch. It's something different, obviously with Advanced Warfare, all the new EXO abilities, changes the entire game, Puckett. And I think, he's really one of the first people who uses all of the different ones to his full potential.
The whole squad using some unique strategies.
Yeah.
Another one, seeing double EXOs being used in uplink, seeing it in CTF. Not afraid to bust that stim and try and get a little extra health as they go for the dunk.
Right, yeah, I think that's one of the things that we're going to start seeing a lot as this game kind of progresses, that double EXO setup. I mean, you can run that trophy with overclock if you're an OBJ player. I mean, then stim, and then maybe the overclock if you're more of a Slayer role, want to get that extra health like you were saying. But just to touch on TK a little bit, they looked great against Optic Gaming that night. Then they won some of their other matches in pool play, but they ended up finishing third. A tiebreaker scenario. Right. Looney has one of the top 4 KDs at this event, so I mean, he's been playing very well. He's obviously the new addition replacing Neslo coming in.
That's right, of course. Team Kaliber going for the major Slayer pickup in Looney as he makes the transition from Rise Nation over to TK. It has really paid off for them, and what I was most impressed by was his energy. Right. The hype that he brought to that Friday night squad. We could hear him from the caster desk just yelling through that booth. Yeah. He's going to be my player to watch this morning. He's been all smiles since they first got here.
I mean, that's really the type of player that TK was missing, right? They missed that main Slayer type of person that you can rely on for, 30, 40 kills in a game. And Looney's really provided that coming over from Rise Nation. On Rise, him and Attach really set the pace for that team. And with the addition of, Looney and then Goon obviously playing pretty well, this event. I think, TK has a very good shot at taking this one.
Yeah, and you can see, of course, Looney, really a breakout star last year with Rise, but this guy's been playing for a while, since COD 3. The man of the hour, though, it's Mr. Sharp. He's been cracking jokes already this morning. The captain of this squad, he's been with TK for so long now. And I remember seeing this guy way back in the day, back in 2009 with the national championship. He's been on TK since the team started and really the backbone of the squad.
Oh, yeah, you think of Sharp in the same, kind of era that you would think of Rambo, Call of Duty veteran, been around since the beginning. The Sharp, one of the best leaders in the game, one of the best teammates, I think. He's just such a great guy, just always communicating, even when he's having a rough game. But you see right here on your screen, Hardpoint Solar is going to be loading up. And Puckett, I love this map because, it forces you to rotate a little bit early. The hardpoints, they start to get further apart as the game goes on, and it really forces some tough decisions.
Of course, this is also the map that we've seen probably the most 50 bombs throughout the weekend. Matt, if you're going to guess any player in this group of 8 to drop 50, who's going to put up the big numbers this morning?
I think Looney's going to have a big day. I mean, he's going to have a big day if TK's going to win this series, right? And then on the other side, I would say Sin. Sin, usually we see John slaying mostly for SB, but, he's had a little bit of an off day yesterday. I would look for Sin.
On board with Sin to kick things off. Let's see if he still has a hot hand. Player on the right immediately gets in his face. Goonjar and Sharp down. That's 3 down right away as SP gets initial control.
Yeah, it's interesting. He uses that Gung Ho perk, which allows him to shoot and sprint on that Bal assault rifle. And we don't see too many people do that. And I think that's something that all of SB pretty much uses. So maybe they've kind of figured something out. And you see those are his perks right there, going extremely perk heavy with 2 perk 2s and a perk 1 and 2 perk 3s.
As you said, everyone running gung-ho. Fizzerp is going to switch over to his powerful nade class. I want to see what TK's rocking, though. We got an overcharge from Looney. His EXO, of course, that overclock, and we're going to see 3 down once again. Goonjar on our screen. What's Goon going with? Double Semtech seems to be a pretty popular loadout for a lot of the pros in this first tournament.
Yeah, a lot of the pros seem to be running that double nade. That pretty much beats the standards class with the fast hands. Obviously, much needed. You know, when you shoot those grenades out of that EXO without fast hands, it takes a little bit of time. So a lot of players using that fast hands ability in that perk 2 slot.
Goonjar trying to break in. After that first hill, it was just a 1-point difference, 18 and 19. But now you see the Sentinel squad, SB, trying to pull away. They just lost their setup, though. Theory's inside the hard point, and he is getting plenty of cover. That was Sharp and Looney in your kill feed.
Yeah, you know, TK, they're controlling this hill right now, but you have to watch those spawns. That next hill is going to be in the Sentinel base, and they can't afford to give up that spawn. And TK still fighting out of their own home spawn, so if they don't switch this soon, they're going to run out. But you see right there, the spawns have actually flipped as all of SB is attacking from the Atlas spawn, as Theory is just racking up the time.
And this is a perfect position for TK. It was 5 straight kills from Team Kaliber. Twiz trying to answer back. And Looney is going to go down, but Sharp is holding down these back spawns. They're setting up for this new hard point. Nice rotation a little bit early here from TK. And Sharp, he's just going to set up on this left position, try and get behind some cover, and pick off everyone who will be sprinting forward to the next HP.
Right, no, great play right here from Sharp. He wasn't going to challenge that second player on the rotation because if he were to die, he was going to spawn all the way out. So great play to play patient right there.
I'm liking this positioning here from TK. Down goes Theory. Looney has to stay alive. You see the spawn just right outside. This is going to be a slugfest back and forth in this back hard point. And of course, after this one's done, we're going all the way across the map. Keep your eyes on which team is moving there first.
Right, you know, it's going to be key to see which team starts rotating first. As you were saying, Puckett, the next hard point is all the way in the opposing team spawn, all the way across the map. Advanced Warfare, you're able to move a little bit faster with those abilities, so you don't have to rotate as early, but still, if you can get to that next hard point and hold that down, I mean, you can rack up a full 60.
On this map, which hill do you think is the easiest to lock the full 60?
Oh, I think it would be this next one coming up. I think if you can get that rotation early, it forces the spawns on one side of the map for one team. So the team will spawn 4 players on the right or 4 players on the left. And if the team doesn't, you know, push the hill properly and send a guy through the middle or try and rotate one all the way around and pinch and spawn you out, you know, you can just focus on one side, all 4 of your players, and if you win those engagements, you're going to rack up tons of time.
It's TK who seems to have the spawns locked first. Fizzerp trying to break this right side. Gets one. His teammate on the left, that's Fizzerp, Twiz, and John all in your kill feed. Twiz gets 2 of them as they break. Twiz starting off 16 and 11, 16 and 14 from John, but now the EMP's coming out from TK.
Yeah, you know, EMPs are something we haven't seen too many teams use this event, Puckett, but I think they're extremely effective. You know, it knocks your EXO abilities offline, not able to really do much of anything. You know, takes a lot of that movement away from you.
Looney jumping in, Twiz shutting him down. John, last man in hill now. Nice defense as he picks up the 2-piece. And we're going to see on your mini-map, those red arrows from Team Kaliber moving back to the new hard point. As this top one locked down, SB still having about 10 more seconds to milk. But once again, bouncing all the way across the map here on Solar. TK set up first. Let's see how John plans to break this.
Yeah, you know, going back to that last hard point, that's pretty much what we talked about. TK had a pretty nice lead going into that hill, and the SB able to hold pretty much the entirety of it. And, you know, TK, they got on that rotation early, but it looks like they are going to get broken by this player. It's going to be Twiz. He's going to force all the way around, and this is going to force TK to spawn out. Not a good plays from TK right now.
Looney's going to be flanked here as Twiz is just running all over the map. Keeping an eye on your mini-map. You can see the spawns now from TK, though. Coming in, TK somehow getting behind their opponent. I think Twiz just pushed up a little bit too far. This could potentially cost him. You see SB is up by about 20, but TK could definitely tie it up on this HP.
Yeah, this is a hill that if you get that back spawn, you just need to flood the hill and push further out, because if you don't push further out, you know, it gives the opportunity for the opposing team to get behind you and get into your spawn, and then that'll spawn you even further away. So you need to force those players out and spawn them even further away in that Atlas spawn.
John's going to be coming out on the catwalk. Look for him to do some damage. They're set up looking at him already, though. And Goonjar will be taken down by Twiz. Twiz now getting in a position to take out Theory. No one in the hard point quite yet from SB. It's now just a 10-point game. A slow comeback from Team Kaliber. Looney trying to lead the charge. He's 22 and 18, but Sharp's 28 and 21. He's definitely their main slayer this morning. Theory, though, needs to wake up.
Yeah, Theory needs to wake up a little bit if they're going to come back to win. And Theory's a player who he does a little bit of everything. You know, some games he's feeling that OBJ role. Some games he's slaying. This game, taking a little bit more of the OBJ role as you see Sharp stepping up the slaying department.
Sharp doing some damage. And nice kills here as Sharp is going to pick up 2. Goonjar is going to grab the 3rd. Looney in the HP, not able to hold on. Theory rotating to the top. Let's go over to Goon. And once again, Team Kaliber really focused on these initial setups as the hard points rotate. Unfortunately, they're falling behind by about 25 points. They need to make it up right here, 4 minutes left.
Yeah, they're rotating early, but they're not holding a majority of the hills. You know, they're getting to the hills first, but they're just losing those gun battles. And I think it's because SB has a great idea of, you know, how to manipulate the spawn. So you're able to just flood the hill and flood straight through the hill and just push those players out. Unlike Black Ops 2 Puckett, where you can rotate one player, in this game you have to rotate as a team. You have to force the anchor with 4 people.
Now, I hope a lot of you guys go back and watch the VOD from this game if you want to learn how to play HP. But I don't know if you can count on getting the 2 pieces that John, Twiz, and Sin are continuously getting. It seems every time TK is set up, one of those 3 players goes big with a double, then they're able to get the break. Twiz goes down, John still fighting for control, and it looks like he's going to get some nice help from Sin once again. John, 32-24. Right behind Sharp, who has 33.
Yeah, you know, John's a player that we've almost kind of forgotten about because we haven't seen him so long, right? I mean, after Karma had left Impact on Black Ops 2, they replaced him with John. So John is a player, you know, a lot of the pros in the scene value very highly for his slaying abilities. So it's good to see him back in the game going off.
Sharp was trying to pinch on this right side. Looney coming in from the left. As TK needs to go for the break. Here comes Looney after picking up 1, trying to get through the window. Nice kills here as Theory is now in the feed. Sharp as well. 4 straight for TK. Sin now trying to answer back. And Looney, nice defense. They are down 60 points, though. This is going to be a huge hard point, and the next one even more important. The key player to watch right now is Theory for me. He's got 4 players all pushing up on the right and through the mid. Yeah,
and you notice right there, TK able to hold this hard point pretty good time. They are dominating the kill feed. Goon actually turns on John right there. Huge kills right there at a Goon, and he's still going to get a 3rd. He's got another player pushing him on his right. Goon is on fire right now.
Goon's heating up, 4-kill streak. Looking for the bloodthirsty, and we're going to see on the opposite end a big push at the top. Theory fighting for control. Goonjar now going to move up on the opposite end, but the player to watch here, Sharp pushing through the middle. Coordinated push that just didn't work for TK. Goon and Theory trying to group up on the left.
Yeah, so it was interesting right there. You saw SB go all the way back to that back right corner by that white truck. All 4 players are there, Puckett. And, you know, one of their players actually dropped, and he spawned right on it. But you see how far Strictly Business is spawning out. They're all the way behind the pool hardpoint right now. Great break from Team Kaliber.
Sin did spawn up in the middle of the map. Won't be able to get much done. John goes down as well. TK brings it right back at the top. The man doing the damage. It's Goon. Sharp, though, hits his 40 bomb, and he's going to keep rolling. Let's stay on board with them through the respawn. 75 seconds left. It is a 40-point game.
Yeah, you know, TK, they're going to have to break this right now. Actually, they have the hill, sorry. And they're going to need to get on that rotation to this next one. It's going to be hard for them to come back and win this at the end, Puckett, because this next hill is one that you pretty much just trade for time. And it's pretty much a contest hill, so they're really going to need to lock this down.
Theory got a big kill on John. That was the first break. The question is who is going to come back there and take out Twiz, who is holding down the spawns. Twiz coming from Theory's left is going to do the damage. John inside, working with Sin. Sin taken out, so now it's up to John here versus Sharp on the catwalk. Great help from Fizzerp as he picks up the 2-piece.
Yeah, you know, Sin's really turned up in this second half. I believe, you know, the first rotation of Hardpoint's only had about 18 kills, so playing pretty well in the second half.
John looking for his 40 bomb. 26 seconds left on the clock. 20-point game. TK needs to go absolutely clutch here. This is getting scary for the TK fans in the crowd. Looney doing so much damage, though. Goonjar in the back, locking it down. This one's coming down to the wire.
Oh, man, it's going to be very close. Looney is in such a great spot right now. TK just needs to push out that back and not let them contest a little bit, but there goes Looney. He's going to drop. It looks like that Strictly Business is going to take this map 1 victory.
What a job by SB throughout that game, breaking the hard point setups of Team Kaliber. That was the difference maker, and in the final moments, really going big on that last HP. Sharp dropped 52 to open up the day, but SB just more consistent as a four-man squad.
Yeah, you know, SB went huge, that entire team. I think Twiz actually finished 40 and 40, and then you had John 39 and 37, 2 players positive from that team. So, you know, big plays out of them. Sin turned it on the second half, like we said. So, a great hardpoint game out of Strictly Business.
TK with the better ratios, but SP gets the win. Guys, don't go anywhere. Kaliber is going to try and tie things up with S&D coming up next.